Hi, welcome to Dino Mondo. Today, we are going to unbox and show you what's there in our very first bundle, the magical creation. But first, let us tell you a little backstory about why we named this bundle a magical creation. So, when your child is born, they see this world for the first time. They see you for the first time. You are a magical creation to them. And when you see your child, it is a miracle come to life. You have brought this soul into this world, and it is a magical creation that you created. So instead of calling it any other name, we thought this is the right word because it conveys what you feel for your child and what your child probably feels for you. Why have you chosen these Montessori learning materials for your child? These are typical Montessori classic material which help a newborn get acclimatized to the world. Vision is the least developed sense, and the first learning bundle aims to develop the ocular properties in your child, basically the depth perception, how they visually track items, the binocularity, which is the ability to fix both their eyes and their sight on one object, and how they're able to track. And that's how they would be able to develop and make that connection in their brain. So Maria Montessori very intelligently worked on this, the first mobile, which is the Munari mobile. This mobile is designed as per a mathematical formula, and it has simple geometric shapes, which is a sphere, a circle, a parallelogram, a trapezoid, and square, and so on and so forth. Again, as Dr. Maria Montessori said, education must start from birth, and that's why these introductory geometric shapes are introduced in this fashion. As you can see, you can attach it to our gym here. Let me take a moment to explain the properties of the gym, and then I'll come back to this mobile, which is the Munari mobile. So this gym is made from beech wood. As you can see, it is quite a long gym, but you can assemble it in less than 2 minutes. You can even shorten it with these short legs, and you can lengthen it as your child grows. The mobile is attached at a very good distance because children can only see 14 to 16 inches when they're born, because the vision, like I said, is not developed, which is actually the right amount of distance when you hold them like this, so that they can see you and coo at you and smile at you. And when they're awake, because wakeful periods are far and few in the first 3 months, you can keep them under this gym. And as you can see, this mobile and all the other mobiles in our vision series, they move at an oh so slow speed because they're flowing as per the natural airflow or the air current inside the house. So you don't have to blow it, you don't have to touch it, there is no battery, there is no sound, there is no light coming out of it. It is calming and mesmerizing for us as adults when we see the child calm and mesmerized when they're staring at this mobile. And children stare at it for 20-30 minutes, and that is the early foundation of concentration, which is so important for learning anything in life, and probably a luxury these days. So children learn to develop to focus and concentrate for long hours of time until they show signs of boredom, which, as a parent, as you realize the signs which your child gives when they're hungry or they need a diaper change, you would be able to realize. But keeping your child under this mobile and any other mobile will help them learn focus and concentration, and help all the features of their vision development, which is so necessary before they move on with all the development activities that they will be doing. So moving on from Munari, our next mobile in this series is a gentle introduction of color through the Gobi mobile. The Gobi mobile, as you can see, has the color green, which is very soothing for your eyes. The way it is designed by Maria Montessori is that they are in a small to big order and a big to small order. So depending on how your child sees it, you would be able to see that there is a color progression. So it's a gentle introduction to color from light to dark and vice versa. It also helps your child to move their eyes from left to right and right to left, which is exactly what we want for them to develop, and it's beneficial in later years of life when they start reading. So yes, we have 3 mobiles in this series, so you can actually use these mobiles over their crib while they're playing, or even over their change table, or you could just introduce them one at a time depending on how their vision is developing. And as you can see, the Gobi mobile is also does not require any more batteries, any force for it to move, and it is very gentle and moves depending on the air current and airflow in the room. The next mobile in this series is the Dancer mobile, and as you can see, these are mesmerizing dancers, and again they move through the natural airflow available in the room, and children are just looking at them because they are made from iridescent holographic paper. They're very delicate, so we generally recommend that they only be used for visual development and no hand play. And you'll notice how they shine because of the natural light in the room, so there is no more flashy lights, and they're really calming and soothing. So this is a baby favorite, and we get a lot of feedback from kids just stop crying when they see this mobile, and it's a good distraction, especially when they are changing their diapers. So all of the timeline on when to introduce these mobiles are available in our toy roadmap. You would have seen this on our website, and this comes along with the Play and Learn bundle. So you have to set up the activity gym at birth, and then you can introduce the Munari mobile, the Gobi mobile, and Dancer mobile. This is a recommendation on a good time to introduce the mobile and the Montessori learning material. However, it's up to you. If you think your child is ready to see a certain mobile or play with the rest of the material from the bundle, feel free to do that. You are the expert on your child. The next Montessori material that we have in this Play and Learn bundle is this classic Montessori ball. Now, the beauty of this ball is it is an early introduction to cause and effect, because everything in nature is cause and effect, and children learn that every action has a reaction, and you can introduce this to them when you see them reaching for the mobiles, because these mobiles are handmade. They're not available for play when a child is reaching or trying to take things to their mouth, and this is where the grasping ring, which is made from beechwood, and the Montessori kicking and batting ball comes into play. So you can actually use this ball when the child is trying to reach, and you can see there are crevices, so your child can put their hand inside and it can stay on their hand, and they learn to grip. So this is a long ribbon, so you just have to tie it to the gym and position it at a place where the child can kick. And there's this very gentle sound that comes from it, which gives feedback to the child that it's only when I kick will the ball sway, and only then will I hear the sound. And later on, you can actually remove this ribbon out and use it for ball play. So there are lots of purposes of this, but predominantly use it because children love to kick this ball, and it helps to strengthen the muscles in their legs and hand and legs and feet, and when they're grasping it helps to develop the formation of the ulnar grasp, the palmar grasp, and the radial grasp. So this is an extremely good Montessori classic ball. Moving on, this is the grasping ring. This has a bit of an elastic stretch which allows the child to the challenge is to grasp the ring, and then once they grasp it, they try to pull it to them. This is like a pull-up exercise, which is really good for their arms, but they have to really do that dodging before they can even grasp the ring and pull it to them. And these are just the toys that you will need in the initial first 3 months, because it encompasses the entire journey of a child's first 3 months development. They spend a lot of time sleeping, and while they're wakeful, you want to make most of that time for their vision and brain development. So congratulations on the birth of your baby. This is the 4th trimester. It is an extremely important milestone for you as well as your newborn. So Welcome to the family and have a great time.